Hey everyone, it's Dead Mother Amanda live again for another stream. This is part two of a stream I did the other day. Got some feedback on that, and got some people really weren't, um, let's say, just on the side of happy with it, I guess. I think it's probably some people didn't want to know the truth about of the difference between trans women and women. Um, so I'm doing a part two: trans women versus women. Um, does biology really matter? Do women get periods and have menstruation cycles? And some other things. So I'm kind of wanting to get into that, and so I'm always open for productive feedback and conversation. In the chat, and yeah, I would definitely love to hear other people's opinions. Um, because biology does matter, and there is a huge difference between trans women and women. Okay, and trans women do not get, absolutely do not get periods of any kind. They do not menstruate. Trans women do not have a uterus. If this offends people, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Um, I have this thing. Living in reality is a real thing, and when people don't want to live in reality, well, and they start to wonder why people have a bad ideas of transgender, transsexual women. Um, because transgender, transsexual women are biologically male. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's a scientific biological fact. Trans women cannot change their sex at all. Trans women can take on the appearance of women only. Okay, with hormones like estrogen pills, or shots. Okay, there's surgeries for transgender women to have the appearance of women so we can live in society and be seen as women, even though we are not biological women. If this is offensive, I don't know what to tell you other than maybe wake up to reality. And if you're a trans woman, spewing out that you're a woman, or if you're not a trans woman, saying trans women are women and trans women have periods and menstrual cycles, sorry, we don't. If you're cramping up, get a laxative. Use the restroom. It's not PMS symptoms. It's not menstruation symptoms. It's not period symptoms. If you're bleeding, go to the doctors. You have a medical issue that is not a period or a menstrual cycle. You have a medical condition that needs to be taken care of. it could be life-threatening. I'm not saying that it always is or will be if that happens. But doctor's visits when that happens is necessary. So medical treatment can be had to be healthy and regain health. Okay. I just don't understand. I'm really trying to understand why people that are saying trans women are actually women. I don't get it. And I don't get it for the simple reason that it causes problems for the transsexual, transgender community. And you wonder why we're getting backlash. It's easy to understand. And it's like, wow. I don't know. I'm thinking of doing some possible live chats with others on my channel. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to start that, but I would like to start that and have a civil conversation with other people. Hopefully, trans community and non-trans community and LGBT plus community. Okay. Also stated that there are two and only two sexes. In my last video, part one, it's not. I may change the title and put part one in it. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. Anyway, two sexes and two sexes only, male and female. Only two genders, male and female. And there are fluctuations within that. Some males like to present feminine. Some females like to present masculine. Also does not mean that they're transgender, although they may be. It does not mean that for sure. They could be lesbian, female attracted to female, gay, male attracted to male, bisexual, attracted to both male and female. This is kind of also a little difficult because I do have friends that I am very close to that I adore that are non-binary. And I don't want this to be offensive because it's not meant to be. Non-binary is not a gender. Non-binary is not transgender or transsexual. Gender fluid is not a gender or transsexual. Transvestite is not transgender or transsexual. Although depending on whether it's a male or a female, being transvestite display attributes of the opposite sex. Male will give off male and masculine attributes a lot of the time, if not most of the time, or maybe even all of the time. Males can tend to be, when it's transvestite, can tend to be female presenting part of the time, most of the time, if not all of the time. Does not make them transsexual or transgender. Intersex, which used to be known as hermaphrodite, is not a gender. It is a birth defect. And I mean no insult by that. Or birth abnormality. When intersex slash, I'll just say it, for the sake of conversation, we'll go with the updated version. We all know what it is. It's for intersex people. Okay. Born with secondary sex characteristics of both sexes. Only one biologically functions, which when puberty starts will determine the actual predominant sex of the person. It is not, I repeat, is not a third sex or a gender. These things, when we're calling them the opposite of what they actually are, is delusional thinking. We all, as adults, know the difference. We know the difference. I'm sorry if this is hard for some people to accept. If there's something people can share that may change my mind on some of this, I'm willing to take a look at it. I really am. My mind could be changed. But as of now, there's no scientific or biological fact that this is trans women or trans men or are actual men or actual women. No facts to support it. None. Not even one. And like I said, there are people who identify as non-binary, and I adore them. They are awesome people. Most of them are very, very awesome and sweet, caring people. Really are. And they deserve to be respected and treated with decency and dignity. Same as the rest of the LGBT plus community. Deserve to be treated the same. Same with intersex people. Deserve to be treated the same. With dignity, all of them deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. Yeah. I understand this by nature is sometimes controversial. But for me in my life, as I'm living it as a transsexual female, I have to live in reality. I have no choice. If those who are transitioning aren't living in the reality of their biological sex as they were born, and whether it be trans female, being biologically male, or trans male, being biologically female, seek some therapy. if needed. And I get it. I've got two therapists. There's nothing wrong with that. I wish I was born female, although I was not. And I have to accept that. And I have to accept that I'm a biological male, even though I would have wished to have been female. Being transsexual is not a choice, it is what I am. It's not all of who I am. I'm multifaceted like most other people, if not all people are multifaceted. Um, for the most part, but good people will try to be good people. Okay, so I don't know, just we need to come in the middle somewhere and have honest, open conversations. Okay, without bashing each other. It doesn't get us anywhere. And when we do that, we're hurting ourselves. We're showing other people that all we know how to do is argue, and that it doesn't look good for us. At times, do I feel like I'm part of the LGBT plus community? Being honest, a lot of times I don't. And that's just being honest. And it's not because I don't care about the other people in the LGBT plus community. I do that. I do care about other people. That's why I want to put this stuff out. So there's this. So honesty and truth, care, compassion, tolerance, and love for each other can happen. We don't always have to like each other, and that's fine. That's totally fine. Let's come somewhere in the middle and meet on facts. Compromise, honestly, openly, and not shut each other down because we don't agree on everything. Okay, we're not always going to agree on everything. That's just a fact of life. And we can meet in the middle and find some kind of harmony. Be honest, open, tolerant, and extend grace and dignity to each other. Another subject I didn't put in the title of this, but it's what people call transgender children. I would have to say they're gender questioning children. Because having lived as a child, I was gender questioning. I didn't know what transgender or transsexual meant, didn't know anything about it. Unless it's being taught by parents at home, where it should be taught about that, and not at a school. Those children aren't going to know. They may know that there's something just doesn't feel right with their gender and the way they were born, like I did. I felt there was something different. I was born wrong. I felt like I was born in the wrong body. And I didn't know why. And I didn't understand why. It took years for me to figure out why. Like most all of us that are transgender or transsexual. Um, And, mental health therapy, absolutely a wonderful thing. And gender therapists that are going to be have gender, at least one gender therapist that's going to be open and honest about sex and gender with children, and not do the BS scare tactic of threatening. Do you want a dead child or a living trans child? Because if a child isn't identified, hi Jade, I'm good. How are you? Um, oh boy, but yeah, or jaded. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Jaded guy. Good to see you here. Um, but yeah, mental health therapy for those children that are struggling with gender identity. A gender therapist and a non-gender therapist is something that I believe that could be useful for very useful for the child, and just as much as can be gotten. I know there's a lot of good help out there for children without having to go through chemical um, transition as a minor. I've seen so much harm done to children by when puberty blockers are being used before and during normal puberty would start. A big one is Lupron. I'm glad. Good. That is wonderful. I'm glad you're doing okay, and I hope your day is going wonderful too. And I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you. Um, but yeah, seems to be a popular puberty blocker. I know the Lupron was meant for a few different things, and one is not does not really include um, hormone blockers for questioning children. It was created for adults who have cancer, certain forms of cancer, um, and it usually has to deal with the reproductive system or urinary system in adults. It's been used for prepubescent puberty to maybe slow it down for 3 to 6 months, where it actually really is a pause, and puberty can be started where it's more age appropriate, and that's kind of being questioned by a lot of people in the medical field. Um, it's also used for Lupron is also used for those who have been convicted of sex crimes against adults or children to destroy the reproductive system and sex drive of adults. And if it does that in adults, why is it not going to do that same thing to children? Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Why? Yeah, it's why would we give that to children to stop their puberty? And there are so many. My original topic, I started out with trans women versus women. I think it's in the title of my title description. And I'm just adding this into the stuff for children because I'm on for SAT. I do want safety for children also. Um, I'm going to try to put it in the chat later on. If people want to donate, they can donate at Cash App at Den Mother Amanda. People want to donate, help me with my channel. Again, that's Den Mother Amanda on Cash App. If not, that's okay too. I'm okay with that. And if people do donate, don't give more than what you can afford to give. And I'm grateful for that. Yes, I am trans. I am transsexual. I kind of more identify as transsexual instead of transgender, even though I could fall in that. And the reason I consider myself transsexual is because transgender has become such an umbrella term. I find that most people that classify themselves, put themselves in that, a lot of them don't share the same journey that I do or other transsexual people do. And yeah, that's kind of briefly. I came out and started my social transition back in December 2017. Started my medical transition in December of 2019. And so far, I've had two transsexual surgeries, vocal feminization. I know it probably doesn't sound very feminine over on my channel. I don't know, at least it does. Sometimes it doesn't to me. Anyway, I've also had breast augmentation. I'm looking to have other surgeries as well, at least 2 other surgeries. So yeah, and I've noticed a lot of changes on that. I want to starting hormone replacement therapy. Hi, Max. It was my son's dog. he's a wonderful dog. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just for children's safety as well, and also sports. It would be nice to see a transsexual league started. I think that even though after multiple years of hormone replacement therapies and surgeries, male to female still have a physical biological advantage over female born women. Larger lung capacity, bigger bones, bigger muscles, bigger hands, bigger feet, stronger. Still, even though we do things, we aren't as strong. Transsexual women aren't as strong as they were. Still, there's still that physical advantage of being a male after going through full length puberty. Yeah. Gosh, let's see here. What else am I thinking of? Yeah, for point in case. Transgender transsexual swimmer that was in college didn't always place like 400 in the men's rankings. When transitioned and was allowed to compete against women, won national titles at the collegiate level. There's a bigger lung capacity, bigger arms, bigger length, length of legs, stronger still, even after going by the rules of the collegiate level to compete against women, still had that unfair advantage. I believe. Um, yeah, so hi, whoever else came in. Good to see you here. Uh, so yeah, and it's and MMA fight. There's a couple MMA fighters, who have completely obliterated women. Hi, Kendra. How are you? Good to see you, honey. Um, but yeah, it's definitely transgender women and women's sports is definitely an unfair advantage. Like I said, in the MMA, two women it just totally annihilated female-born women. And one of them fractured the skull of a female-born woman within less than a minute of the match. How is that? How is that right or fair for female-born women? It's not. It's not fair. And it's not right. Um, do I care? Yeah, I do. I care about everybody. Female spaces, female sports. I care about the trans community as well. And that's why I try to be honest about things. Trans women are still biological men transitioning to the physical appearance of a woman. That's why it's trans women. Same thing for men. Trans male, trans woman to trans female. I'm good, honey. I'm good, Kendra. Um, yeah, and it's just oh God, yeah, it's a crazy world sometimes. Kendra, you know this guy. Um, yes, Max. Yes, I know. Get down. Um, but yeah, Max, calm down. Calm down, buddy. It's okay. You're fine. I gotta let him. I probably ought to let him out. I'll be right back. You want to go outside? Okay. We'll go check out. Not going very far. But yeah, it's been a journey. Definitely been a journey for me. I'm just so grateful my kids are still involved in my life today. All except for one. And I love my kids just so much. They're amazing. They really are. And I know it's been rough for them, especially in the start. And I think probably it might still be a little rough at times. I'm still always going to be their dad or their pop, even though I'm transitioning. Um, yes, my kids do know. Um, all of my kids know. All my close family knows. And they're supporting. Um, and they're really great, even though it's been rough at the start. And I thought they take, there's always gonna be loving bumps, no matter what, in the road when it comes to relationships with parents, kids, siblings. And it's just trying to find out how to deal with them in a loving, compassionate way, the best that we can. And I'm knowing none of us are perfect. And I don't know. I'm just grateful I waited to transition as long as I did. And I love the life I lived. I wouldn't have the beautiful kids that I do. Like I said, they're amazing. Um, I couldn't imagine my life without them. I really couldn't. And through ups and downs, I couldn't imagine life without my kids. I really couldn't. They are amazing. Really are amazing. Um, yeah, gosh. I don't know. I'm willing to answer any other questions if somebody has. If somebody else has other questions, and life, life for me has its ups and downs, and especially with gender dysphoria. Sometimes there's a little bit of some depression, which I take some medications for, and medications for depression and stuff like that is a good thing if it helps. And if a particular medication doesn't help, then I look for something different. I would talk with my doctors and in the medical field, and we have a discussion about it. I have to be honest with them, so they can come up with a plan a good plan that's gonna hopefully help me. And that's the thing. I have to be an active participant in my own medical and mental health care. And It's very true. It's not a joke. It's really the depression is not a joke. It's really not. It's outright debilitating at times. And I'm just so glad I've got therapists and two therapists and a couple people, other people I can talk to about it. I've got transgender, transsexual friends and non-trans friends that I can talk to and family. Um, and I hope my family also feels free to be able to talk to me about anything they need to, and know that I'm not judging them. And I want to be helpful if I can. If I can't be helpful, maybe guide them to somewhere where we can find the help. Um, Life can be hard. It really can be hard. And we all deserve to have a happy life. Thank you. Thank you. It is important. It really is important. And always, anybody, always reach out for that help and that support and that help. We all need people we can count on, friends and loved ones that'll be there for us. I got a lot of close friends that, or well, maybe not a lot, but I've got close friends that know absolutely everything about me, everything, and they're still my friends. Not everybody knows absolutely everything about me, and at times that's the way it should be. So I gotta let my son's dog back in the house, so I'm not going far. You know, come on, Max. Because there are some things in my past, that you know, um, might make people sad, and I don't want that to happen. It's not my lot to make anybody's burden about me harder, because I've dealt with my past, and My past, I've dealt with my past the best I can, and and I haven't been perfect, not even close to perfect. And, and at times when I'm wrong, I try to make up for those things the best that I can. And if I accidentally hurt people, I try to make that right the best that I can. Because we only live once. Only live once. And for the lack of a better term, we all have an expiration date. When that is, who knows? Don't know. I don't know. All I know is those people that I care about, I want in my life as much as I can have them in my life. So, I don't know. All I know is life can be good. It can be through the ups and the downs. One some lessons that I've learned through the ups and the downs. Those downtime passes. Those not so nice times they pass. Sometimes it seems like it takes an eternity for them to pass, but they do pass. So do the good times. And a lot of the times I like that in between time. When life could sometimes seem like it's dull and boring. So there's nothing bad going on. There's nothing, no drama going on. Nothing super exciting going on. It can just relax and be okay with it. And when I've learned how to be okay with me, because we're all gonna have times when we're alone and there's nobody around. And when I can get myself into a place where I'm okay with me, which I am most of the time, or well, let's say a good amount, better than half of the time, I'm okay with me today. Because I can accept myself today. And when other people accept me, that just helps my acceptance and reinforces the acceptance of me today. And I accept the others in my life for who they are, not because I want something from them, not because I want them to be somebody they're not. I want them to be who they are and try to be the best person that they can be. It's like my kids. I love them for who they are. I love them for being them. And I do my best to allow them to be the person that they want to be and need to be. So I'm not always perfect at things. I do try to most of the time act with care, compassion, grace, and dignity for others. Because I found out what it was. I found out in the course of life what I give out is eventually will come back to me. If I want care, compassion, tolerance, grace, and love, it's probably a good idea to give that. And a lot of times I learn from others how to give that. I try to be able to be open minded enough to look at things, get new perspectives, different perspectives, hear different points of view. Because if I can learn and grow from somebody else, that may help me in another part of my life. And some of my struggles that I go through, if I know if I'm talking to somebody that I know, I was going through those struggles that I've gone through and have come through the other side, I can share those experiences. And thank you very much. Thank you, Jaded Guy. I appreciate that. Um, mm. I'm trying to think about what else to talk about. This, as of right now, this is my second longest video. Um, my longest video, I think, is just under 3 minutes short of an hour. So, yeah, if you came in late, or for those who are coming in after I posted it, go ahead and take a look at look and listen to watch and listen to the beginning of it. Like I say, this is a part 2 of one that I've done before. So it's the one that I did that I consider a part 1 to this is transsexual men versus women. What is the truth? I explained some of that in the beginning of this video. Just kind of reinforced that in the beginning. So I believe in biology. And one other thing I want to share too. And I'm not trying to be my children's mother. I'm not. That is not what I want. That is not what I'm trying to do. Not even a little bit. They have their mother. They have a mother. And they love their mother. I'm glad that they do. I'm glad that their mother is in their lives. I really am. So we all need our parents. This is saying earlier, so we all eventually pass on. My dad passed on. I'm just grateful my mom's still alive. That's why I like having my children in my life today. Never know what is going to happen with any of us. So yeah, I'm probably going to end this very soon. Yeah, Kendra, if you want to give me a call, you know how to get a hold of me. I'd love to talk. You're awesome. And I love you. Jaded Guy, I'm getting to know you. I guess, I hope, maybe. I don't know. But it's nice to see you here too. It's really nice to see both of you here. So just remember, I love you too, honey. I really do love you, honey. You're my baby girl. You're my little princess. You're not so little anymore, but you're my little princess. You'll always be my baby girl. So it's nice to meet you too, Jaded Guy. And thank you. Thank you for the compliments. I got, I think, 10 or 11 other videos out. Some of them are short. One of them's 10 seconds. I don't even think I spoke anything in that video. If it's out there, it's out there. Oh, well. Like I said, nobody's perfect. And I was going to put a video out, but it just ended up being that way, 10 seconds. Oops. So I don't know. All I know is just remember you're all worthwhile. You're all important. You really are. And if no one has told you that they love you today, I love you. And I'm going to try to make time for more regular and consistent videos on a particular day and a particular time. I just haven't decided that yet. Um, Probably gonna shoot for the weekend, so Saturday or Sunday. It could be a day during the week. I don't know. Could be a day during the week, like today. So, oh gosh, it was great to have you all here. And Kendra, maybe I'll even give you a call. So, y'all sweet. Love you all. And y'all have a great rest of the evening. Bye bye.